He saves David knowing that doing so means giving up his own right to the throne. Goes to the field where David was hiding, shoots his arrows, and gives David the coded message that he is in danger and must flee. After sending the boy back to the city, Jonathan went forward. David emerged from his hiding place. It says that David bowed before him, acknowledging his debt to Jonathan. And then they kissed one another and wept with one another. Family and friends would have expressed affection this way throughout history. We read in Genesis 45 that Joseph kissed all his brothers and wept upon them. Or we even see it in Acts 20 when Paul left for Jerusalem, where it says, there was much weeping on the part of all. They embraced Paul and kissed him. And so throughout Scripture, friends wept and embraced and kissed as they parted. And anyone who might be put off by the show of affection between godly men knows nothing of the close bond that they would have had as wartime comrades, as childhood friends, and as covenant brothers in the Lord. To illustrate, on the eve of the American Civil War, Louis Armistead and Winfield Scott Hancock spent a night weeping together as they departed for war. One of them was to assume command in the Southern Army, while the other was to assume command in the North. And so both would bitterly lament their parting, especially on the day when, as Armistead died and Hancock lay bleeding, their respective commands clashed in the climactic assault of the Battle of Gettysburg. And so men of great feeling will exhibit emotion not only over their victories and over their losses, but also over lost and parted comrades. So that's what we see happening here. Jonathan and David, they wept together. And afterwards, Jonathan shared these final words. He says, "Go in peace." Go in peace. Given the circumstances, these words could seem laughable. Jonathan and David, they were departing for war and conflict. David was about to flee in panic and would live for years as a fugitive. And Jonathan was returning to what was probably the most distressing fate of continuing in service to his wicked and deranged father. And so how could Jonathan say to David, "Go in peace"? With these words, John is saying that David can go in peace because there is peace between the two of them. And so through all the troubles to come, both men would be faithful to their covenant to the end of their days. And so in the midst of much conflict, they could depart in peace. Jonathan saves David, lets him go, recognizing loyalty to God's throne means surrendering our own.